So today we're going to go over how to find a noun or nouns in a sentence. So we all know that a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea. Okay? A person, very clear. If it's in all capital letters, like Martin Luther King, mother, grandmother, grandfather, if they're all capital letters, that's a proper noun. You know it's a proper noun. Okay? A person's name, Barbara Johnson, etc. A place is obvious. If that's capitalized, again, it's a proper noun. So, you know, Multnomah Falls, or the Mount Everest, or the White House, or the Washington Monument, all places. Thing, it's anything you can see. I always tell my learners, anything you can see is a noun, guaranteed, no question. Idea. Idea is a little bit more tricky for younger learners. Imagination, creativity, loyalty, love, honor, indifference, etc. Anything that you can put, a little hint here, anything that you can put an article in front of, like if it's all caps, it's a proper noun. So proper noun equals all caps. You're not going to say, you know, the Barbara Johnson, but you know it's a noun because it's in all caps. Caps means it's probably a noun, unless it's part of a title, it's a different story. But if it's just in a sentence and it's in capital letters, it's probably a noun. 98 times out of 100 it's a noun. But if you can put an article in front of it, which is a or an or the, it might very well be a noun. So creativity. So the creativity of that artist is exceptional. You're not going to say the creative of that artist. That doesn't really make sense. So the creativity, the imagination, an imagination. An imagination is a terrible thing to waste. A loyal person. Loyal is not a noun because you're not going to say a loyal yada yada yada. So you could say the loyalty of that man to his woman is exceptional, or is valuable. So possessive adjectives: his, her, their, our, etc. So if you said like his imagination, her imagination, our imagination, their imagination, all of that, all of those hints, this is all evidence. I always tell learners that it's all about evidence. When you're looking for parts of speech in a sentence, you're thinking, what's the evidence? What tools do I have? What tools can I use to deduce what part of speech that is? So articles, possessive adjectives, and if they're capitalized, they're probably proper nouns. Now if you say, like, the monarch butterfly flew across the yard. So monarch is capitalized, butterfly is not. So here's the last piece of evidence, which is the obvious, right? It is, what is it? What is it? Who is he? Who is she? Who are they? So what is the subject about? What are we talking about? Who are we talking about? So if you say the monarch butterfly flew across the yard, we're talking about the butterfly. The butterfly, not the monarch. Monarch butterfly can be considered a noun phrase. That's more than one word that becomes a noun phrase. Or, if you want to split hairs, some people might say that monarch is an adjective in that case, and butterfly is the noun. So that's just, you know, some people argue this way, some people argue that way. But the main thing to remember is that proper nouns in capital, those are nouns. Look for evidence. If you can put a possessive adjective or an article in front of the word and it makes sense, the imagination, her imagination, an imagination is a terrible thing to waste. Our imagination, etc. That's a noun. But imaginary is not a noun. And imaginary what? If you have to ask what or who after you say article word, then that's not a noun. If you say an imagination, definitely a noun because we're talking about imagination. So that is nouns, and thank you very much.